Welcome. You're watching India Today and welcome to yet another episode of the Democratic Newsroom. We're bang in the middle of hosting a very successful global AI summit. A lot of us out here have spent the last couple of days right there. And so what we're going to moot in terms of the question this time, it has to do with AI, doesn't it? And the question that we are asking, is AI a job killer or a career creator? Many say a bit of both. Some say, AI is not replacing humans, but humans who know AI will replace humans who do not know AI. Let's simplify it for all of you. We have two people who know a thing or two more on AI than most of us here, who are the usual regulars of the Democratic Newsroom. I have Cyrus and Nilanjan with me, and both of them would be able... let's begin with you, Nilanjan. Start. Job creator or career killer? It's a bit of an express Democratic Newsroom this time, so we have to be very quick with our thoughts.
So the definition of job will change. The job is not going to go away. Till now, we are doing a labor kind of job, back end, back office. Now it will be more of a judgment and a review kind of job. So there is a very interesting story where we're speaking now. It's been a year now. There is a couple of villages in Jharkhand where the villagers, the Adivasi women, are working in the small offices on small setup where they annotate and label for high-end customers outside who are AI companies, and they start annotating and labeling for the ML programs. For example, when you are training a model, AI model, you need to label each and every photograph because AI doesn't know. So you have to point out traffic light, you have to point out cars, you have to point out human beings, human parts. And these village women, not so educated, are doing that job and labeling each and every point. And these little dots of interesting information going back, and you are looking at, oh wow, this is Google Gemini, this is OpenAI, but there is a huge interesting data input happening as we speak. It's a revolution happening.
But Nilanjan, is this a one-off? Because, a lot of people say where India is concerned and we are talking about AI, we are based on coding. Our industries are based on back-end support. And what happens to the tier 2, tier 3 cities where we are grooming engineers still? The kind of education is very different, which is not attuned to actually an AI game in India.
It will boost tier 2 and tier 3 cities. Usually what happens on tier 2 and tier 3 still now, there was limited by exposure, not intelligence. Okay. Now, these people, see, because of this AI democratization, we will see all these people are coming in front. There is no need of English fluency, no software knowledge, no design
So
ideas.
you're saying job creator, career creator,
exactly.
not job killer.
Not at all.
Cyrus, do you differ?
I love it with the ease he's saying it's going to be a job creator, when some of the people who are creating the actual AI, they are saying it's going to kill the tier 1 and the white collar jobs. And they say it with absolute emergency in their voices.
It's already happening.
It's happening.
It's already happening. You have BPOs which have shut. You have, most of the coding, back-end support is now all automated.
All the big tech companies have laid off people while they say it's under the garb of overhiring during COVID. But 55,000 jobs in the US in the first 11 months, they're gone. Starting of 2026, they also, many of the tech companies laid off a lot of people. So I'm just saying there might be parts of it that might be sensationalized.
No, I'm liking the concept.
I have 2 points for this. I have 2 points for this. India has employed so many people underproductive. They are not utilizing these employees who are working there. AI will enable them, push them, create a scenario where you will give you 100%. Look at the middle level, managerial level.
Okay.
You see a huge number of people are on managerial process.
I hope they get educated at the same pace.
So you're saying it'll be a job killer?
It will be a job killer for a certain period of time. See, the problem is when the computer came in, people had that window of opportunity to train themselves, get that level of training because there was ample amount of time. The pace at which AI is developing, it is astronomically fast. So we don't have the time to
Sorry,
update
I have a
ourselves.
deja vu feeling from you. You know what happened when computer came? I had that exactly same people. People are protesting outside offices saying, computer will take our job away. Does it? No, it's a tool. It is helping you to enhance
So those who know
productivity.
computers will take the jobs of people who took the jobs of people who didn't know computers. So that's what we are talking about.
I come from a very old time. I come from computers to this. I'm seeing the same.
I can't say that.
Same process.
Now you're making an ageist joke. That's wrong. But Rajdeep,
On that note, Rajdeep.
but Rajdeep, yeah. Hold on. No, not that. But Rajdeep, okay, now where we come from, right? When we're covering a story, we travel so much. The small town rural dream is still being an engineer. It's still getting that CA degree. It's still being a chartered accountant, at best becoming a call center employee. All of that right now. And most of these young kids are training for that. They don't understand what AI is going to do in times to come. They are training for a job which is not going to be on offer in a couple of years.
No, let's be honest. India's job crisis preceded the AI revolution. It's not as if the AI revolution, I think in the short term will accelerate the crisis.
Yeah.
Because there will be a problem. I mean, it's all very well for all these AI tech companies to come to India and say, we're going to make 100 billion Indians AI friendly in the next few years. It's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. Look at the vast gap in the education levels already that exist in this country.
Absolutely.
And we saw it during COVID. I mean, you were telling kids to stay at home and learn on their computers. The people who work with me at home, their kids didn't have those facilities. I had to provide them. Now, it is extremely difficult, therefore, to bridge this AI divide that Sundar Pichai spoke about overnight. So, there is going to be disruption. Just to add to what was just said by Nilanjan, I remember in 1989, I was 1 year into the profession. Computers came into our office. We were on the typewriter generation. And we were asked by the union at the Times of India to go on a pen down strike against computers. Now, in the short run, it did lead to disruption. It did lead to job losses. How well Indians are able to adjust to this new AI world will determine the scale of it. The scale of job losses. Let's be clear. There will be losses. Companies will look to cut wherever possible because their own bottom lines are at stake. Nobody here is in business to do anyone a favor. They are moving from quarter to quarter. If they find that AI is a more efficient way to work with fewer people, they will work with fewer people.
Yeah.
And the good news, of course, is that there are services where I think AI will do a great, can do really, it can be extremely helpful, just as Aadhaar has shown.
Yeah.
That, there are services that you can provide people through an AI system that will make life more efficient for all citizens who can use it. That's the good news. The not so good news is, by the time you transition to this so-called AI economy, which was just said is moving so fast, I'm not sure how many Indians can keep up with it. We are a grossly unequal society.
But they're also very
it's
young
very
country.
well to sit there and give this bhashans and gyan and this lovely, glib
But
talk about
fair point.
how we are going to transform India. It's not going to happen overnight.
But
But
we're also very young
We are looking
country
at a back
where.
end. When AI needs training, India could be the back office for
But
that.
Nilanjan, let
So
me
we
give
want
you.
to become AI coolies now.
But,
is
I'm
it?
going to get.
Is that what we are going to
No,
become?
it's-
Back end.
Okay, no.
And how many Indians will do
BPO,
that?
we started our revolution with BPO. Why not a AI BPO? Is win.
But Nilanjan, I'll give you an example, right? And it's a very basic example. I have a house help. Her husband's a plumber. She's a house help. She didn't want her kids to become either of the two, a plumber or a house help. She's put in all her money in the last 10 years to only educate those two young kids to become, one is getting into an engineering course and the other one is maybe not becoming a doctor, but something to do with medicine. And she asks me at the back of this, will they both be safe?
Of course they
They
will.
won't.
No,
They
no,
will
of course.
not be.
No,
They
let's
will
not also
not
engage
be.
in fear mongering.
No, it is.
No, this is a fear mongering. Let's
How?
not engage in fear
But how
mongering.
do you know?
I'm
But how do you
concerned.
know?
I'm
How do
seriously
you know?
concerned.
Okay.
This is like the guys
But
who
you're not
made me.
training
This
them.
is like
Rahul,
the guys
no,
who in
no.
1989 told me to go on a pen down strike when computers
But
came
Rahul,
out.
I want to do a
Exactly.
mic down on
Training
AI
is
anchors.
same.
You had
How
a
we-
pen down on Times of India. I want to do a mic down on AI anchors as well.
Rajdeep,
But that
are we
is like
training
No,
But
are
that
you
is
telling me
Are
that
we
an AI...
training the
No, 1
kids?
minute. Will an AI anchor replace an anchor who can show empathy?
No, I don't think
I think
that's
the
not
other
happening.
conversation
That's
at least
why I'm saying
5
mic
times
down. Okay,
yesterday.
okay. So I want to talk about a very simple principle. You guys all know, I'm sure Nilanjan knew about this Pareto principle, the K principle that applies in AI, right? It's a universally accepted principle which says that according to AI, jobs will have a K-shaped economic effect. That means 80% of the jobs, the other end, will be lost, cuts completely, and 20% will amplify their impact to about 10x capacity. My question is, when that 20% amplifies, what happens to a population size of India? Bigger question is, who's running these AI companies? I have a major issue with AI with trust. I don't know if I can trust these companies. I don't know if I can trust their biases. I know that these are big tech companies which are here to make profit, and they are not here to make our lives better. AI, when it comes in, I am not sure if it will solve for major big issues that we have. I'm not sure if it will solve for traffic. I'm not sure if it
But
will
you
solve for
already sold
pollution.
your
It
soul
will not
with the
solve
social
for
media.
cancer. It will solve for their own profits, their own
Okay.
board members.
But
so
you
I'm not
already,
taking this
but
as
you
AI.
already
And they
sold
will-
your soul
okay.
with social media.
Okay,
How
you
you-
know,
Okay,
you're
I have
only
okay.
trusting them
Okay,
with the wrong information.
Swesha spent the last 3
And-
days at the
yes.
AI summit. She's been right in the middle of
In
all
fact,
the
Preeti-
innovation swirling. But I just want to give food for thought. Like where junior primary education is concerned, even till now, about over 40% of kids do not have access to computers.
Yes.
You
So
know,
what
I
are we
so
training
agree
these
with
kids
you.
for?
Yes.
You're
Computer
training them for
is
an
so
AI
old. It's mobile.
But
Everything
Nilanjan,
is a mobile
they are
device.
still aspiring to get onto learning computers. Do we
I
have an
can-
education model?
I can do
and
anything with my
You
phone.
can, but do we have an education
Preeti,
model
but
and a
what are you
system
doing
where
with
we are
that?
creating kids to actually join the AI race?
I want to say this.
Go ahead.
I was at the India Today Education Conclave and we had the best educationists in the country all under the same roof. And literally the quick takeaways from the conversations that happened there were also that the degrees, the universities, what schools are teaching, what universities are teaching, most of this is going to be redundant. It will not have the sort of relevance that we are imparting to the children. While universities are becoming AI ready, while schools are trying to get AI ready, 15 lakh schools in the country with the sort of population size that we have, and given the fact that we are in the transitional stage, what really happens to us, our generation, our jobs, and I'm very concerned because while we continue to say that no,
Are you
our
worried
jobs
for
will
your
stay,
kids?
and I'm very worried because I don't know what they're learning today, how relevant it will be tomorrow. That, and also I want to say one more thing. I saw these fabulous demonstrations of AI, how simple they were, and I have no two doubts about the fact that tier 2 and tier 3 population will be able to take to AI very easily. They are in the simplest of language. They can help, they can be understood, they can help understand very easily. But my concern is that while all of this will happen, what happens to jobs, what happens to what we are studying at school, what happens to what we are studying at universities, how relevant will our degrees be? And while a lot of government
Are we
officials,
being-
I just want
Nilanjan,
to say,
the larger
I just want to
question
say,
is-
one point.
Allow
A
us
lot
to
of-
go-
I've been hearing a lot of government officials and ministers talk, and they say, oh, AI will come into the country, we'll ensure it trickles down to every level, and we'll calibrate, it'll be done in a calibrated manner. But what is that calibrated manner?
Yeah, nobody
What
knows
is the
about
planning?
Primary
I don't
education is
understand.
a
I'm
problem,
very-
Can I-
Nilanjan, in this country. But okay, let's flip this
No,
argument.
I want to reply
Let's
to
flip
this.
this argument.
I want to reply to
okay,
this.
reply to it. But you have 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But flip this argument as well because you're a young country.
Creator economy is challenging news channels, television, everything. Who created that creator economy? From a small village to a small town, they have created the creator economy. There is no school.
Point being?
There is no university. Point being. You don't have to go to school for education now.
I
The
kind of
whole
agree with
system
that
is
because a lot of
changing.
the
Good
things-
point.
a lot
It's
of the-
changing.
But
That's
what
not
about the
people-
kids who are passing
Your
out after
degree
10
doesn't
years?
matter.
What
Who
happens
will
in
pay
this
you?
particular
Who will
decade?
pay
Where
you?
is the
What about
clarity?
jobs? Education, I can
You're-
go on, but
you're-
what
don't
about-
talk
what
about
about
something
It's
else.
an idea economy.
Okay, well, I'm getting okay.
A lot
Cyrus
of
has
work I do today, right now in office, doesn't come from my school education or what I learned in college, like the basic foundation.
I'm
for
the
something.
biggest example. I'm a designer.
So a lot of what I do
I-
today is because of what I learned at work over my experience. It wasn't because of education. A certain part of me agrees, yes, education might not play an important role in the future, but a lot of the education will happen if you experience AI, if you like plan your life with AI.
But Cyrus, tell me, what happens to the unskilled or semi-skilled
Exactly,
worker, right?
yeah. That too.
मैं बोरी
Thank
लेके,
you.
and I
Yeah.
saw this
Yes.
in Maharashtra this time in rural, and you see it every time. You know, the man and the woman are taking the soya bean bori, the bag,
Yeah.
and they're paid $500 for what is back-breaking work, right?
Yeah.
Is AI going to do that for them? And if it does that, what happens to their $500 that they earn?
main
the
thing
same
was
argument
in
The
our
that
blue
you
collar
industry.
job will survive and flourish. It is not me saying, it is the survey saying globally.
Okay.
All electricians,
Yeah.
assistant, nurses,
yeah.
these jobs are
So,
going to
Nilanjan, so basically what we are saying is till now we have only tried to sow one dream, which was to aspire to be not a nurse but be a doctor. To aspire not to be a plumber but to be an engineer. Now we are going to reverse it and we are saying don't be
Yeah.
a plumber, don't be an engineer,
Yeah, yeah.
don't be a doctor, be a nurse, be a plumber. That's what we are
AI,
doing.
you're saying, will bypass the blue collar.
Exactly.
Yes.
blue collar
Exactly.
worker
Yes.
The
will
white collar will face initially, and I'm telling you this because I've been reading this about blue collar job will survive, white collar job will have some impact, and slowly it will stabilize because AI is not a separate entity. It
But
needs
there
to
are
be
going to be
fed.
sacrifices.
It
It's not going to
ins-
happen smoothly, sir.
Okay,
has
I'm going
to
to take
fade.
30 seconds last. Let's begin with Suresha. We'll come to you, Sonal, quickly.
I am scared. I am concerned. I'm worried about the data going out. I'm worried about the jobs getting lost. I'm worried about how these children are going to handle it. I'm worried about the education level of, whether they're going to get too addicted to AI, whether critical thinking will go for a toss. I have a lot of questions while I've been part of these conclaves and summits, and, all the excitement is... well, okay, I want to take to it, but what really will be the real effect, I'm concerned.
You are already sold your everything to your social media, to your
Which is
networking.
why- which
you
is
don't
why-
have anything
I'm
in private.
conservative.
Which is why I think for me AI is still all about trust, and I don't trust. I don't trust the companies that run AI. I also know that which are the biggest companies at the moment. You have Google, you have Meta, you have OpenAI, etc.
Okay.
What have they done in the past couple of months? They have cut down their fact checks. They have cut down any research. They are playing in the hands of politicians, and there will be concentration of power.
Okay.
My problem with AI is we keep talking about how it will make everybody more, united. I think it will just lead to a more concentration of power
Okay.
in the hand of the few,
5
which is
years
the
back,
Nilanjan.
5 years back, you uploaded those pictures in Facebook and trying to show it to your people. Look, I am happening. I'm doing this. They are used in your trained models. The models you are now complaining about, those models were fed and trained
But
with
okay,
your
the question
pictures.
is
and
larger.
pictures.
It's the people who run the
It's
AI.
job
No,
loss.
it's the people.
Anil, come on,
It's
like you
the
can't,
people.
Facebook cannot be the... Cyrus, 30
So,
seconds.
I'm just saying it is going to disrupt the job market. Yes, people
Yes.
will lose jobs.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It is a fact. A lot of the tech leaders here, it will happen. The only thing is, it's happening just too fast. The development needs to
Right.
slow down a little. People need to stop being greedy, and this
And
capitalist system
especially in
needs
a
to change.
country like ours. Like I
And
said, they're
exactly.
largely dependent on models which are now obsolete already.
Correct.
You see, I repeat, India is a deeply unequal society. So my fear, look, I think, as I said, the positive of AI is, and the good thing about India is India knows and has shown the capacity to embrace new technologies.
Right.
There were those who suggested that how will someone sitting in a small village be able to do digital transactions? Well, they can. So that doesn't worry me, the advent of technology. But will the technology reduce inequalities in our society? Or will it lead to certain lack of opportunities for those who may not be as trained in the AI world as others are?
Okay.
This AI divide, this AI inequality, I think is real. And I will only embrace AI fully when I know that this AI inequalities that is built into the system can be overcome.
But
I
whether
want
we
my
embrace
daughter
it,
to be a farmer. I
All
think
right,
that's the
whether
only
we-
job that's secure.
No,
Now,
that's not
training
true.
my
That's not
daughter
the
to be a
time.
farmer,
That's
that's the
not
time
true.
that
That's
we have
not,
to live.
I mean, I'm surprised that she covers medicine. Doctors will be needed. You cannot
okay.
Of
replace
course.
a doctor through
Yeah.
AI.
Rajdeep,
Exactly.
one
You cannot.
second.
We need more doctors.
Whether
They are
we
the
are-
only doctors
whether
are the
we-
only ones
okay,
doing
guys, that's all the
dance.
time we have for now. Whether we embrace it,
And you can't replace
Or-
anchors also
okay.
with AI.
whether we embrace
Anchor reporters, not
okay, guys,
news
that's it's a
readers.
hard cut now. Whether we embrace the AI wave or we don't, it is coming. So we've got to welcome it. But on the other hand, are we as a country equipped to deal with it? Are our systems equipped to deal with it? I think that requires a level of greater urgency to address. With that, thank you for joining us.